Hello friends, welcome to my very first try at a YouTube channel. It's COVID times, it's lockdown times here in Ontario, but here right now I just want to do a little review of Vani Cosmetics. I think it's Vani. Vani, I highly doubt it. Vani. This is a small brand as far as I can tell. They have just over 1,000 followers on Instagram, and that's how I found them. They started, I believe, summertime last year, 2020, and the products looked great. Don't get me wrong, they are good. They looked great. The swatches were so beautiful. So I was hooked, and they're like relatively inexpensive. They're made here in Canada, which made me really want to push for it. I think it was $12.99 per glitter pot that I got, and I got all pressed glitters, and they come in a little box like this. Show you a little bit closer. Oh my gosh. The main reason I would like to review Vani Cosmetics is because I know it's a really small business and it's based in Canada, and that makes me happy. So I purchased 4 shades. These are them right here. They come in a little plastic. They come slipped in that box, and they're relatively, like, it's a good size. It's a good size of product. It's like a skinny little palette, one that you would put in a pro palette pan, like a magnetic kind of thing. And then they sent me this one for free. They just gave it to me. Originally I thought, like, oh my god, did I get sent the wrong thing? But no, everything is mostly what it was supposed to be. So I just want to start with the one that I'm wearing on my eyes today. The palette I used today for my eyes is Jeffree Star Cosmetics. It is the Blood Money palette, which I received in a giveaway from Sarah Loves Makeup. She is so great. She has content all the time. I really enjoy her videos, and she's on the Jeffree Star PR list, so I know that I can really get the good info there. She's got it all. So I'm wearing the Blood Money palette, and then on top I've pressed the green glitter. This one is called Mythical, and I've been obsessed with green lately since the Blood Money came out. That's mostly all that I've been using. So if you kind of rub your finger in it a little too much, you get a little bit of like that grainy, I don't know if you can see, it like starts to pull out a little bit too much. But so I'm gonna press a little bit because it's pressed glitter. It's not pigment, it's not shadow, it's glitter. So if you can see it on my finger there, it's really beautiful. And the brand is totally vegan. In the ingredients, it's glitter, obviously, aloe vera gel, vegetable glycerin, and then a couple other things like isopropyl, like alcohol, potassium sorbate, just to kind of bind everything together. There's no glitter glue needed. I literally pressed it on top of my dry shadow. First, of course, using a paint pot to prime my lids. Painterly, of course, my number one. Painterly is my go-to for priming my lids. On top of that, my Blood Money, and then I've just pressed the glitter on it. So that's a swatch there. Really beautiful. Like, slides on my hand so easily. You really don't need that much, obviously. Like, look at the payoff of it. If you were to like swipe it again, it gets all patchy, but what do you expect? It's just glitter, binded, right? Just get a good look at that. Okay, so that was Mythical. The next one was a chunkier glitter. This one is called Parallel Universe, and I liked it. It's really similar to my ColourPop Sailor Moon glitter that I have. I'm gonna side by side that just so you can kind of see. Let me see if I can wipe off Mythical. It comes off pretty easily. Like, of course it's glitter, so it's a little bit messy, but for the most part it slicks right off with a makeup wipe. So Parallel Universe is like a chunkier one. Really pretty. This one I had a harder time swatching because as soon as I like pull my finger through, it starts to really move around. So again, I'm just gonna like kind of pat inside there. I got a good amount, if you can see. And we're just gonna slide it right on. Again, really, really pretty. I find that the chunkier glitter doesn't press on as nicely as the finer. But if I can kind of get it all on there, there we go. And just for comparison's sake, I want to pull out my Color Pop. I think it's Moon Prism Power. Yes, well, kind of. Because the Color Pop one is purple. I have the pink one too, but I feel like let's just do them both. And this is more gel, right? Like you can move it around, you can adjust it. It's not packed in, it's more wet feeling. But if I slide my finger around in there a little bit, like it's more gel. I actually get way more like of a payoff with Vani. Though I do like these are my favorite. I love these. So I'm gonna pull out the other one from Color Pop. And that one was Moonlight Legend. This is the pinkier one. And again, it's like a wet gel kind of consistency. Way more pink though. I'll do that on the other side. And get a good amount and slide it on there. So in the middle is the Vani, and then you have the Moon Prism Power and Moonlight Legend. So the Vani is a lot chunkier. So I don't know if it's gonna like poke at all when I close my eyes, but I can tell you that my Color Pop does kind of move around a lot because it's like a wet based gel. Okay, let's move on. I'm gonna wipe these. Okay, that's a little tougher to get off, but that's okay. Whatever, we'll just have a little bit of glowy residue there. I'm gonna do the one next that they just popped in the bag, which is really, really sweet of them. Thank you so much, Vani. I haven't tested them to see if they're gonna fit in the palette I essentially have for them, but otherwise I'll just keep them in these little plastic containers. I really don't mind. With all the makeup I have lying around here, they'll fit in just fine. Okay, so that's the blue one. That one's called Skyfall. Beautiful. I'm gonna pat into it again because I don't want to really disrupt a bunch of the glitter on my finger and like the residue of the other one. I'm sorry. It just spreads really nicely. Like you could do a whole eye with just this on top. I don't want to say super pigmented because it's not a pigment, but really super pigmented. The next one I did, I got mainly the fine glitters because I just felt like the more wearable, and I didn't want them to be too close to the Sailor Moon, although I wasn't sure what to expect. I did minimal research. Like I just looked up what they posted on their Instagram and watched the videos that they post, which were mostly true. I will get to the one. I have one that was a little bit misleading just in color. So patting into Eclipse, that's Eclipse there. They're all really beautiful. Like I'm not gonna complain about, like they're a good price. It was like $12.99. I did find it funny that it was more to ship it to Canada, which it's a Canada-based company, than it was to ship to the US, but what are you gonna do? So swatching that one, it's a beautiful gold. And it's really spreadable. Like they'll go a long way. I guess I should have used just my finger to pat it on, but I actually used a brush. It was a really flat brush. I don't know if I can see it in here. I don't know where I may have placed it. It's just a flat angle brush that I pressed it onto my eyes with, but I do think that it's a little bit more workable if you just were to use a finger like we are here. Okay, I'm just gonna wipe my fingers on my makeup wipe a little bit because the glitter's getting out of control. My fiance's gonna kill me. Okay, here's where we come into the misleading one. It's called Supernova. I actually had to look up my order and look at like the slip that comes with your packages with what you ordered on it and the cost, because I thought they sent me the wrong one. Like I literally looked at it and thought, oh shit, like they've sent me the wrong thing. Supernova is a beautiful pink. See, maybe it just doesn't translate right on camera. When I looked on the website and I was choosing which ones I wanted, it more looked like a rose gold. And maybe, is it looking like that here? Because in person, it's like a baby pink, like a cool tone pink. I don't know. Look at all my glitter on my hands. Okay, so let's watch it. Again, we're kind of pressing. Super pretty. Like, okay, now that to me looks a little bit more like a baby pink. I don't know. I'll swatch it. I'll swatch it beside the blue so you can really see. Okay, see? It looks super pink. It's very pink. I wanted to do a side-by-side here of just what I saw on the website. There was a little video placed as well, but clearly it's more rose gold tone than it is pink. Overall, I want to say I spent like $50, shipping included, all that good stuff. I want to say I'm really happy with it. Like, I love the way it turned out on my eyes. I love the way it swatches. I like that it's not sticky. I like that it doesn't transfer. Like, if I look at my eyelids right now, no, it hasn't moved around from where I've placed it. It stayed directly where I put it, which makes me happy. The only bad part, again, is the fact that this one is not what I thought. Like, okay, let's put them side by side. Parallel Universe and Supernova. They're both pink. Like, super pink. You can tell that this one's like a pinky purpley, but they're really similar in color tone in person. That concludes my very first video. The next video I plan to have up is a Beautylish lucky bag, I think, Jeffree Star box. I went with the less expensive one because I can't get the extra large in Canada. So it was $75 US. I paid a total of $130. I can't wait to see what comes. I've watched maybe 2 videos of unboxings. And basically what I like to use YouTube for is unboxings. Like, show me what you're getting, show me how it works, show me what the chances are that I'm gonna get something that I really love, you know? And I love videos like this where you're gonna show me something that maybe I wouldn't have previously purchased. I like new makeup. Who doesn't like new makeup? So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for my next one. Thanks so much.